Hey everybody, Signet here with the Bullish Bears. In this video, I'm going to discuss how to trade futures. Now, this isn't going to be a video on specific trades with strategies, more about the way that it's commonly done. So what you're seeing on the left and the right side of my screen is what is considered depth of market, the dome. Depending on your broker, this might also be called the active trader. What we don't do typically for most people who trade in futures is we don't go in and uh, go to the buy setup and buy a futures contract. Instead, we use this dome, and you can get in with market orders, or you could get in by putting orders on the dome. And that is my preferred method. I like to put a resting order on the dome and then wait for price to come to me, or or I like to use the buttons if it's a real excited market and say on the NASDAQ it's whipping all over the place. Um, if you try to get in above the market with the wrong order, it won't let you. It'll just tell you it's a denied order, and that can cost you missing a trade or getting out of a trade. So when it gets really excited in the tape, the buttons are really handy. And then at the end of the day, to make sure you don't have any resting orders or anything like that, I like to use the big buttons at the end of the day to just make sure I'm flat and that there are no orders resting in the dome anywhere, because we can really move around in these futures markets, and you could start the day 100 points away from where you end the day, and you won't see those orders on the dome unless you look for them. So I do like those big buttons for that. But this is a dome. It's an active trader on Thinkorswim, and maybe a couple other brokers specifically might call it such a thing. But you get into the market really easy. You can just click to
Order
buy
filled.
in. So like right there, I sold short in the NASDAQ. Uh, Very easy, and I could try to protect myself. Put a resting order up here. That way, this is like a stop, so that the market can't come against me too far, protect me. Uh, just a representation of how it can be done. This is typically the way to do it. So depending on your broker, you could also go into like a position module. Uh, this broker, for an example, does have such a thing. So I could go in to the modules here, and I could get uh, the order tickets and positions and orders, and I could put my orders in that way as well. I don't have to do it on the dome or use the big buttons. It's just the way that it's most commonly done. All right, so this is a really nice way to do business. You can trade while looking at the chart. You don't have to leave to go to some other part of the platform or program to get in and out of the market. You can also, on most brokers that I've traded, you can activate it to where you see your order on the chart in the candles. So you'll see your field orders and your positions either waiting to get in or to get out. It's just a really nice. So right there, I've got a stop between where I got in and where price is at right now. I can't lose in this trade. Now I can tell you from personal experience that the NASDAQ whips around a lot, and I am
Stop filled.
guaranteed to get whipped out of that trade, which you just saw I did there. But I didn't lose money. The round trip cost for a micro is $1.22, and I made more than enough of that. Right, that was a $4 trade. Obviously, I don't want to demonstrate on a live account with the big futures products, just to demonstrate and to show you how this is done. I could have gone to paper, but since I'm actually working here trying to get a little bit of money out of the market, I'm also recording this video. So kind of a 2-for-1 on my part. So there you go. This is how to trade futures. The active trader or dome, the big buttons. So the trade tab, let's just go ahead and do that real quick. We're going to open up a couple of different things here. One will be positions, and we can just stick that down there at the bottom. The next thing will be orders. And then the third one, make sure that there's not anything else in here that we could get. Yeah, I believe that would do it. The order tickets, we'll take a look at that just to see what that is. So the order ticket is where we could actually put our order in. You could see the orders, that's just what I have traded, so that won't do us any good. We can get rid of that. The positions down here, I'm pretty sure you can right click on that and put in orders, but this order ticket is where you can go in and you can create complex orders or just get into and get out of the market. You can see I can buy and sell, tell it what I want to buy and sell, how many, what price, set my limit. This is okay, I suppose. You could prepare for a trade and get it ready, and if you're going to do pairs trading, which is something I'm getting more into, that's when you're trading multiple markets at the same time. Perhaps you're long in one and short in one, or you're long in a big contract like the S&P futures, and then you're also long in the S&P micro futures. So pairs trading and trading futures isn't just as simple as it sounds. You could make it as complex as you want it to be, and you can hedge your positions. Say you're taking a little bit of heat in one market if you're long, and you could go over to another market and go short. And that way, while the market is pulling against you because you're long in a trade, you could also be short in a trade at the same time, taking heat off of your account by doing that, right? That's pairs trading, it's hedge trading. So there's a lot of ways to trade futures, and this is just the most common for me. Now let's go over to another broker. We're going to go over to Thinkorswim real quick. I don't want to make this video too long and put you to sleep. So what we have here is the Thinkorswim main screen, and it also has the active trader. This is a great place. The active trader, when it comes to practicing trading, to paper trade or to do the trading drills, the dome cannot be beat, right? All the other ways, the big buttons or just coming up here and hitting the buy and getting in, none of those can compete with trading on the dome for trading drills and for paper trading. But now you can see that again, the different ways that it can be done, right? And I'm pretty sure that we can activate big buttons here also. We don't actually need just the active trader, so we can do that also. And then we've got the trade buttons here at the top if you want to not donate so much space, right? So here you could see I could just buy and sell the market, and you can change those. So if you want to buy and sell the, from the ask and not from the market, you could do that too. You can go up here and you can just add and change all kinds of things, right? So don't think that you're just stuck with what you get. You could absolutely go in here and change things around. Don't feel like you're just not gonna be able to customize this. If you've been around Thinkorswim for a little while, by now I'm sure you've seen that you can do just about anything to customize this how you really want it to be, right? So just keep that in mind. You can get this to be as comfortable as you want it to be. Me, I definitely recommend when it comes to trading anything, but specifically futures, because if you're going to day trade, you're gonna have some time in it. Do what works for you. If somebody's telling you you need to use the dome, or you should be using big buttons, or you need to do limit orders, don't listen to somebody tell you what you need to do. The only thing I would recommend is find a way to control your risk and get in and out of the market in a way as safely as possible, right? And let your profit be the second thing that you think about. Control your risk first. That's all you got to. That's the only thing I would ever try to tell somebody that they need to do. All right. Maybe you don't want to trade on the chart. Maybe you don't want to trade on the dome. Maybe you want to use the big buttons. Now you've seen what that looks like on multiple brokers. And so that's it. And I'm going to see you at the next video.